working in this country for 1 year. But after my mom decided that she couldn't separate her children from their father any longer, we joined him. 9/11 happened while I was still in Mexico. I remember, not only because of the fear, but because it was after this that my dad's business went bankrupt. It was after this that we had to sell our house, our car, transfer schools, until there was nothing else to do than to follow the American dream. The last weeks I spent back in Mexico were at my grandparents' house, where we left the 2 pets I grew up with. I remember saying goodbye to those 2 dogs, telling them that one day I would go back and see them, that I was not abandoning them. That was 8 years ago. 1 year ago, I got a call from my grandma that one of them had died. And it made me realize how long I had been away from Mexico, how long I had been in the United States, and the fear got to me that I still didn't know when I was going to be able to go back. And I still do not know when that will happen. I cannot go back to that country because I had made this one my home. Because I have a family and a future waiting for me here. But this decision comes with a heavy price. 2 Christmas ago, my grandmother died. I was not able to say goodbye to her. Her son, my father, was not able to bury the woman that raised him. I was not able to be there for my grandmother's funeral. It's really hard to see somebody you care for not cry after you know how hurt they are on the inside. And that's what my dad was. He made the decision to bring me to this country, even though he knew he was leaving his family behind. And so I feel guilty because my parents left their country they called home. They left their families for me, so I could have a chance at a better future. I owe it to them to not let their sacrifice go to vain. I owe it to them to fight with everything I have for my education. And against all odds, I graduated number 5 from my high school, and I am now studying a degree at Texas A&M University. After being told that undocumented students do not go to college, after being presented with scholarships that ask me for a 9-digit number I do not have. And so here I stand before you today, no longer in the shadows. I will not sit back anymore as I am told that because I'm undocumented, I am not an Aggie. I am not a human being. I stand here for the dreamers that are still behind the shadow of uncertainty and fear, to tell you that America is our home. I give back to this country every week through community service, and I want to be able to keep giving back after I get my college degree. I stand here to ask you to take away all judgment you have of me, and to ask yourself, what would you do if you were me? What would you do if you were any of these students? Will you stand up for justice? Will you stand up for education? Will you speak against the environment that is being created by hate and discrimination? In Martin Luther King's words, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. My name is Maria Cabello. I'm undocumented, I'm unafraid, and I'm unashamed. It's time for love.